We're in Rancho Cucamonga, and we stumbled upon a really interesting old service station behind us. It's called Rancho Cucamonga. It's called a Cucamonga. It's called a Cucamonga. It's called a Cucamonga Service Station. It's a historic gas station, established in 1915, and it's redone into a museum today. What do you think about that? Looks like a pretty nice place, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
You like this? Historic Route 66 Cucamonga Service Station, established in 1915. Kathy, gas is only 13 cents a gallon.
Yeah.
Probably in 1915 the gas was 13 cents a gallon. And they have some of the old type of service pumps here. They're reproductions. What you did with the old ones is you'd put 10 gallons up into the top part, and then you'd pay for it, and then you just feed it down by gravity through the hose and into your car. So 10 gallons would have cost you a little over $1.30, because it's 13 and 8/10 cents. Actually, what it cost you after tax, 17 cents and 8/10. But pretty neat old pumps. They felt the need to put an out of gas sign up here because there were people that thought that this was open for business still, and they'd pull in and try to get some gas. Saw the price, couldn't meet it, couldn't beat it. And it's a wonderful volunteer organization here that has turned this into a museum. Little office out here. I think the office is the bathrooms. Good. But it's a beautiful place. We actually went inside, and we're going to go back in there in a little bit. But it's a beautiful old station. Cucamonga, Route 66. And these are the bathrooms. This is office on the other side. Buy a brick, support the station, and be part of history. You can see some of the various sponsors. People that bought bricks. Also here for another reason. We're going to meet Bobby from Time to Get Going.
Yeah.
He lives here in town, and he's going to meet us. We're a little bit early. Looking forward to meeting Bobby.
Yeah, it should be.
Bobby and Jai have a wonderful channel called Time to Get Going. A link will be in the description, and it'll be right down below us here. Hi, everyone. And this is the gentleman we were talking about. This is Bobby from Time to Get Going. He and his wife have a great YouTube channel. The link is going to be right here below us here, right down here. And it's also going to be in the description. And Bobby, what's your channel about? After the race cars go by.
Our channel is about travel and daily life. We just, whatever we find that we want to do as a couple traveling around and just enjoying life.
Yeah. You were telling us, Bobby, about some of the plans that they have for it here too.
Yeah, this whole area back here used to be the old service pit, the service garage. And you can see here on the ground where it's got where the sliding doors used to open and close across this area.
Yeah,
and back here in the back is where they have the service pit.
Where all the stone is there.
Yeah, where all the stone is. Back
Yep.
back in the old days, they didn't have the lifts like we do now. They just had pits that had boards covering them whenever they wanted to pull into service. They'd drive over the boards, pull the boards out, and they'd get down underneath the car and drop the oil and filters, and it's quite different than it is now. But keep in mind, this station was built in 1915, I believe.
1915, yeah.
Okay, and at the time, it wasn't Rancho Cucamonga here, it was Cucamonga.
Okay.
So it wasn't, the Rancho was added many years later. So there's a lot of history. Imagine everything built up around this. This was the first gas station in this area on Route 66.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of history about black travel too, that it tells you in there on those placards. They had to have a green book to be able to travel, and getting gases. It's kind of touching, heartfelt, horrible story, really.
It was in your video from here, there, and I had heard about some of the stuff that they had to go through to travel, because the African Americans, they weren't allowed to go into a lot of different places.
Right.
Only certain service stations
Had separate restrooms.
certain restaurants, you know, certain hotels. It was hard for them to find a place to stay along the way. The trip on Route 66 was really nice for the Caucasian folks that were traveling out to California from Chicago. It wasn't so much for some of the black Americans that were traveling, you know.
Yeah, so when I did my video on this place a year or so ago, they were hoping to be able to have the garage rebuilt by now, but this is strictly built on donations from people. So anybody that sees the video, if you feel the urge to make a donation to them, it's a big piece of history around here, and this is be nice to see this back where it was again.
And we'll actually put the website in the description too, and a place that you can make the donation to them, because it is a wonderful part of history. We've actually taken a walk in before. We're going to take a walk in again now, you know, and we've seen some of the things. But things were different back then. You pulled your car over at open pit, and I can still remember some of that.
I do too.
When I was younger too, you know. Yeah, things were different, and I already showed the people the gas pumps out in front, you know, where you hand pump up 10 gallons of gas into the cylinder, and then gravity brought it down, put it in your car.
My first father-in-law had gas pumps like that in front of his shop, his station shop.
Yeah.
And they actually were still using that method in the mid-60s. He just didn't upgrade his system because it was too costly to upgrade, and everybody was willing still to buy the gas that way.
Okay, yeah. I did that. I don't remember in my time. I can remember my dad pulling up saying he wanted $5 in ethyl. And it got him some serious amount of gas, you know. Even when we started driving back in the 60s, gas was still 40 cents, you know, high 30s, you know.
Yeah, I bought it 32 cents a gallon.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay,
in 69, I think, 68, 69.
Okay.
32 cents a gallon, I remember it. And that was up Highway 395 here in going towards the ski country. So I would think down here it'd be cheaper. Yeah,
most likely, yeah. In Wisconsin, like I say, I can remember in the 30s, you know, but I don't remember the 18 and 8/10 of set that they have in the pumps out here. Should we take a walk inside, Kathy?
Yeah.
See some of the history?
I'd love it.
You'd love that?
Yes.
Okay, let's do it. Yeah, this is the history of the, if you read here, and I'll let it freeze, and I'll try to get a better photo of it too and put it in the video. The history of the Negro Motorist Green Book. And this showed all of the different places that did allow the African Americans to come in and...
your honey bunny's going outside.
Okay.
Yeah.
Poor thing.
Yeah, poor thing.
He's so good with her.
Why don't you come and stick with us, huh?
I met him on YouTube.
Here in California, it's parallel.
Yeah, but to be an African American back then and traveling wasn't an easy task because not every place let you in.
Yeah.
And it's a sad history. It happened, and it is part of our history, Kathy.
Turn right here.
It shouldn't be, and now it's not. Things aren't necessarily perfect, but they have improved dramatically. But this is a green book that did show the different places that they could go to eat. And it talks a little bit about racism on Route 66. If you ever plan to motor west, travel my way. Take the highway that is the best. Get your kicks on Route 66. And interesting enough, originally that was sang by Nat King Cole, and he could not stay in a lot of the hotels.
That's crazy.
In the area. You know, he and Louis Armstrong used to tour out all over America, and you know, they had to enter the restaurants, the places they performed through the back service entrance, and they were allowed to perform. People loved them, and they weren't allowed to have dinner with the people, and they had to travel or go back out the back door and go find another place that they were allowed to eat at. Sad history, but true. And Nat King Cole did the original. He wrote the song, Get Your Kicks on Route 66.
See this, the old original station? No pickup truck.
Yes, it is.
Road goes like this.
And then as it moved on, oh, there were two.
There was one across the street. I think it said in Archibald, so right up here across the street.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the bank's there now. There's a bank where it used to be.
Okay. Okay. So there was two of them.
Yeah, it's really.
In 1915 and 2015. In 2015, they reopened it as a museum. You see that sign up on the wall?
Let me look.
This is the entire length of Route 66, which we are taking again now on this trip. Probably take us about 4 weeks, I'm going to guess, on this trip. But we're going to take it all the way to Illinois. So we've spent the last 2 weeks in the Los Angeles area. So we did the Santa Monica Pier. We drove down Santa Monica Avenue and up to Sunset Avenue in the Hollywood area. We visited the Hollywood Forever Cemetery.
Yeah, I put that in my channel too, hoping that
saw some celebrities' graves.
because I put
Remember
the
that?
actual address and everything.
Judy Garland.
Hoping they'd come here and
But inside the old service station, it's a beautiful little place. There's some great volunteers here that, you know, you mind being on a YouTube today?
No.
Okay. There's some great, we met Richard. He sold us a couple items here, but it's really a donation. You want to buy this kind of stuff. You want to donate money. I see they have a donation jar out here. Buying the merchandise also helps the thing.
Yes.
And they have this buy a brick thing too.
Right.
Online, I'm sure that you're online. I'll have the link in the description, but there's probably ways you can donate money online.
Yeah, I think there is. Yeah, there's a webpage, Cucamonga Service Station.net.
Yep.
And on there we have a lot of things that we do, the car show, grant information, and the sales of all these beads and trinkets here.
And that'll be right down below in the description, the website,
yes.
and you'll be able to read it here on the screen, the website's name. And but you know, they do wonderful preservation work, keeping these places alive for people like us, Kathy, that are just tourists that are passing through.
Yes.
And they're able to see some of these places.
You show them
Yes.
the model of the station. As it,
We did, yeah. Okay, this is the model here
Yes, sir.
of the station that and they have other merchandise. They have calendars you can purchase. The Buy a Brick program, show your support for the Cucamonga Service Station and have your name or message. I showed you the bricks outside and where they were laid around. but you can buy the bricks to help support the station. But it's a wonderful place. A lot of nice merchandise in here that you can purchase. And that all goes to help. There's pins here. Some books, and I did purchase a book here that is going to help us out on this trip right here, because some of the places it can be hard to find to follow Route 66, Kathy. Some of the places can be hard to find. You know, which way does the road go? And this is going to show us and help us along on this trip, because we had some difficulty with that last time. But it's a beautiful highway. We want to thank you all for watching this video and visiting the Cucamonga Service Station with us. It's a beautiful place filled with history. Been in business since 1815. We love meeting Bobby from Time to Get Going. We love Bobby and Jai. If you haven't checked them out, the link will be in the description and right down below. Time to Get Going. Great channel.
I'd like one to go there.
You love Bobby and Jai.
Would she?
Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. Love y'all.
Are you guys ready to cruise the mother road?
We are.
Okay, let's get out there in that car. Let's turn the key on. Let's put the pedal on the metal. Let's throw it in gear. And let's leave rubber all the way down Route 66. If you ever plan to motor west, highway, take the highway, it's a bed. Get your kicks on